Good afternoon, ma. My name is Oyebanjizo from the Department of Food Science, and we're offering content creation as a skill in GSC. So, can you introduce yourself to ma?
Okay, my name is Musarama Tomomi. I'm the trainer for bag making group C, under DSC 301.
Okay, ma. So we are going to be asking you some questions, and
Alright?
okay, question one: can you briefly introduce the skill you teach and its real-world applications?
Okay, I teach and I train bag on bag. What we do is we make bag here, although there is no way the students can learn all the aspects of bag entirely. That is why we make sure that the two kinds of bag they are producing for this session are the ones that are in vogue, and them themselves too, most of them use it. And as for the question that the real world application of the bag, if you will agree with me, we all use bag in one way or the other. It differs. You might decide to take a backpack, I might decide to carry the handbags, but we use bags in one way or the other. And it's a very important thing, a very important skill in today's world, because everybody tends to use it.
Okay, thank you very much, ma. Why do you believe this skill is important for undergraduate students to learn?
That's a very beautiful question. I was once like you, and I'm going to tell you that there are a lot of graduates outside there that are still looking for work. In fact, maybe I just got myself a job, and that job is a freelancer work. Although there is more to it, I won't be able to explain it right now. But I'm going to tell you that when I graduated, of course, there are jobs outside there, but a lot of people, a lot of graduates are jobless. That's to tell you that the number of jobs that we have in Nigeria is less than the number of graduates that are searching for this job. I could remember, last year, one of the job application I did was NNPC. Of course, I passed the examination and I got to the interview stage. I did the interview in Abuja, but a large number of people were called, few were chosen, and that's the kinds of problem the graduates of nowadays are facing. And that is why the Ilorin management or the TEC consists of this. Okay, let this student have one or two skills at hand as an undergraduate, so that when they graduate, they will have something to fall back to. And that is why this skill or other skill sets are very important. And I will help the students to take it very serious. Just as I normally say to my students that wherever you find yourself here, it is an opportunity. Don't take it for granted.
What are the basic requirements or prerequisites needed to start learning this skill?
Okay, yeah, the basic requirement, because you can't just, of course, we have different types of bag, ranging from the one you can use machines for, the ones that they don't require to use machines, yeah. But of course, you have to, if you want to excel in this skill, you have to know how to create them in varieties. So the basic equipment, so machineries, are the machines itself. The basic tools like the scissors, the cutting tools, the patterning tools, the roller. There are examples of patterning tools, and the tape measure, etc.
Okay, ma. So we'll go back for the next set of questions, ma.
Alright.
Just a break.
Okay.
Yes, ma.
Thank
you, ma. How long does it typically take for a complete beginner to become proficient?
That's a very good question. Actually, it takes a time. And it is not something you can use 2 months or 3 months to become a professional in them. But I want you to agree with me that learning never stops. As a professional, I'm talking about myself. I still learn every day, right? So it has to be like that, or else I'll be thrown out. Because knowledge evolves every day, and at someone too, if you want to become a professional in this, even if you're a professional, if you want to stay in that business, you have to continue to learn. You have to continue to evolve, and that is why I would say that even if you are a beginner or if you are a professional, learning never stops. So every day, every time, we should equip ourselves with more knowledge.
Okay. Okay. Next question is: what are the fundamental steps in mastering this skill?
Okay, the fundamental steps. One of the most important step is for you to have an open mind that you want to learn. Because if you are not ready, then I don't think the knowledge will be there to stay. So when you come with an open mind that I want to learn this thing, that's a very important step of taking. And that is one. About communicating. Another thing is for you to continue to seek that knowledge. And that's another one. Another question. I've answered that.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, thank you, ma'am. What materials, tools, or software does a beginner need to start?
Okay, a beginner needs a sewing machine. We said that earlier.
Yes, ma'am.
A sewing machine. The basic tools, like the cutting tools, the measuring tapes, and also an open mind.
Okay. Okay. Are these materials expensive or affordable for the average student?
It is not expensive. It is affordable. Because how much would you get a manual sewing machine? I don't think it's up to 100,000. So it is something that an average student can afford. And if you want to go for an industrial sewing machine, a flat bed sewing machine is also a machine that an average student could afford. It is not that expensive.
Okay. Can this skill be learned fully online or does it require physical practice?
That's a very good question. Actually, it's, we are different. We are different. In this era that we are, I want you to agree with me that people are learning things online, not soft skills alone. People are learning things online with their phones, and not necessary that you will see the trainer physically. Now, after they get the prerequisite here, if they want to continue, of course, there are so many channels or so many platforms they can go to learn. If they are not comfortable with that, they can also look for a physical a place to learn, because bag making is now becoming a thing here in Nigeria. A very important skills that people are not taking for granted.
Okay. What is the structure of your training program?
Yeah, there is a time frame. There's a time frame. This is an official thing, so we have time for it. So we have 2 hours every Monday, and it has to be structured. We use some time. We began by teaching them how to use a sewing machine, how to drive a sewing machine, and we are now at a point whereby they have to learn how to sew the bag we want to do for this session. That is tote bag and laptop bags.
Thank you. So, what common challenges do beginners face while learning this skill?
Common challenges. One is it's every knowledge. When you're trying to learn something for the first time, you find it difficult first. But they say practice makes perfect. With time, even if they have challenges with anything, with time they will raise up, they will come up. The professional started as a beginner, that is it. So A beginner today will also become a professional tomorrow. It might take time, but it will eventually happen.
How do you help students overcome these challenges?
So one of the challenges they have is how to drive sewing machine, of course. So as a trainer, I try to figure out the problems they would encounter, and I know that the first one will be in driving sewing machine, and of course we're able to figure how to overcome that out. And right now, 90% of them actually know how to drive the sewing machine.
Okay, what practical exercises or projects do you use to reinforce learning?
Practical exercise and project. The one we have for this semester, tote bag. Tote bag. The reason why we chose tote bag is because tote bag is, they're also taking tote bag. Even my interviewer here is with tote bag, and that is why I actually reinforce that we made tote bag, because most of the students use it. In fact, one of the things that actually made me happy was yesterday, someone posted in the group that she wants to start the business of tote bag. She learnt it from here, and that's a very good step. Clap for us. Let's go.
Okay, how can students build a strong portfolio with this skill?
If somebody, just like I've said, someone started already. He wants to start making and selling tote bag, because if you would agree with me, 60% of the students, or the female students, make use of tote bag, and that is because it's spacious and it's also not expensive. So someone has already started, and I'm sure that others will also follow suit. You have some people that will also follow suit.
In your experience, what separates an average learner from an exceptional one?
That's a very beautiful question. Actually, is paying attention to details. Attention to details. There is a difference between sewing, and there is a difference between sewing with clarity and also cleanliness. If you see two bags, one that has rough stitches, even you as a newbie that does not know much about it and you want to get back for the first time, you're seeing one with a clear stitch, and you're seeing another one with a very neat, with a bad stitch. Which one would you go for? Which one with a clean stitch? And that is why I said attention to detail, and I do emphasize it to my students. Just pay attention to detail. When something is not right, try to fix the problem. When the bobbin is not working well, of course there's something that is wrong. Try to fix it before you go ahead, because that will give you a bad stitch, and that is why I emphasize attention to details.
At what stage can the students start earning money with this skill?
They started. As I said, someone started already. Let's go.
Okay, what are the typical beginner level earning opportunities available?
The tote bag making. The reason why we tote bag, that's a beginner level. And I know that the cutting is not a problem. Everyone can cut, because you undergo fine arts when you're more younger. So there's a way you can handle it. I know that. You already know the measurement. You've been taught. All you need to do is just to cut. And so the only problem that I know that they will have is driving sewing machine. I would address that during the first, second, and third classes.
Can you give examples of successful students who now make money using this skill?
Oh, I won't be able to give example actually, I won't be able to give example, but I know someone that is working towards it. So she wants to get sewing machine. Well, that was a student from last session.
What are the potential income ranges for students at the beginner, intermediate, and
It's a lot. Oh yeah. It's a what? It's a lot. Because someone just started with a tote bag, and I'm going to tell you that tote bag is something that you would use. Let's say, for example, in a yard, and all the customizing whatever, it would use 5,000 naira to generate like 4 bags in a yard, and also added the customizing whatever, you should be able to generate 3 times 4, 12,000. 12,000 minus 5,000. 5,000 is the cost of production. I'm communicating. So minus 12,000, that's like 7,000. That's the profit.
How much can a dedicated student realistically expect to earn within the first 3 months?
If she's really realistic and if she's really into it, of course, just like I've said, the bag that I saw them this summer is tote bag, and the one we are doing is tote bag. And I've already mentioned the range and the amount of profits the students could realize from making 4 tote bags. That's about 7,000 naira. So depending on how he or she is able to market or able to sell a product, about communicating,
Yes.
depending on the amount he or she is able to sell. Of course, if she's able to sell like 10 pieces in a month, you realize how much. That is about 15,000 or so. That's good for the beginner. And if she's able to sell more than, of course, she realize more than.
What are the startup costs involved in monetizing this skill?
It's not much, actually. Just get a manual signature and you are good to go. And if you don't have yet, there is a way you can maneuver with those that have. If you have a friend that uses a machine, or you have someone around you that you can just give a small amount, or you even, in fact, nowadays we use our neighbors or our friends for a machine without even paying a dime. So if you have someone like that, you can usually use and try to bring that or come up with your own money to get a sewing machine with time. That's a very beginner concept.
Okay, what are the top industries or sectors where this skill is in high demand?
Among the students here, educational sector, every sector they use bag making. But this one that I saw them this time, I know that anyone that starts, he or she, the student here will leverage. If they leverage the opportunity, of course they will excel. So educational sector, an example, Ilorin.
What opportunities exist for students to freelance using this skill?
He or she will be an entrepreneur with time, and also she'll be able to generate income for herself. He or she, that person will be able to generate income for he or herself.
How can students market themselves effectively after learning this skill?
It's so simple. So simple. You start from your friends, from your department, to your family, your faculty, and to people around you. We have social media platform. We all use social media in one way or the other. Instead of posting yourself, you can start marketing your product with that platform. And that's a very good example of the platform you can sell on. And just like I've said, your friends and families to an outsider. So when your friends patronize you, they'll be able to refer you. From there, you are going, you are moving. That's right.
What platforms are best for showcasing or selling this skill?
A social media platform is easier for us.
What mistakes do students often make when trying to monetize this skill?
Overbilling. When you're trying to make much profit, more than usual, it's a good thing that you are in business to make profit. But if you want to sell any product at all, make sure you sell at the market rate. Just try to inquire around. How much do they sell mid-sized tote bag? How much do they sell the larger one? How much do they sell the extra one? So if you are selling their own, say for instance, at the rate of 2,500 or 3,000 naira, and you are selling your own at 5,000 naira, people will know that. So I've tried to address this thing with them. Just make sure you sell at market rate so that you can move and you can grow in the business.
What advice do you give students who want to scale from small jobs to major projects?
That's a very good question. One advice that I would give them is for them to learn more. Continue to learn this skill so that they can excel in it.
Is this skill future proof? And how is it evolving in today's economy?
In fact, it is future proof. About communicating, it is what? May God bless you. If you go to post office, students are, if you are not from Ilorin, at least you stay here and you know post office area, you know that they sell bags all around that place. I'm going to tell you that most of the bags at post office, I don't say that they are not imported bags, because they are imported bags. most of those bags are from Aba, and Aba is a part of Nigeria. I think it's in Onitsha. Yeah, Nigerian made bags, and people are buying, and people are becoming successful in it. Those people that are selling are not even the producer of those bags. They are buying from the producers. They are the sellers. Of course, it is working, and it will continue to work.
What advanced aspect of the skill should students aspire to learn?
That's a very good question. The one we did for this semester is beginners friendly, upon communicating. And to be inspired to grow more, that's your backpack. It has a lot of compartments. That means it requires a lot of work than the tote bag we made, that is beginners friendly. So if you have to get to that stage, you have to learn more, and that is it. Learning more to get to.
What would a simple financial projection look like for a student running a small business with this skill?
Of course, he or she will be able to make or generate income for herself. And I'm going to tell you that if a student is serious about this skill, he should be able to pay her school fees and finance some of our projects each time. I want to communicate it because I could remember I started from my school days too. Started selling to my lecturers, to my colleagues, and from there, that was how I have this financial independence. Started from there, and I was a beginner then before becoming a professional. Of course, professional. So,
what is the maximum income potential for someone who becomes highly skilled?
If he or she knows our way well, of course, she'll be able to make a lot of money. I won't be able to give a range because there are so many factors that are involved in this. But this is not a low income skill. It's a high income one. This is even the student area, and the sector area is education. And every student makes his part.
Okay. What should students do immediately after completing your training to start earning?
Someone has already started. That's what I have said. I mentioned earlier that someone has already started. They've already started already. That is why we started with a beginner-friendly bags, so that they will be able to have this zeal to continue.
What kind of advice would you give undergraduate students about learning and monetizing this skill?
Of course, as I have said, there are less jobs outside, while there are more graduates. If they graduate now, I wish them the best everywhere. I wish them the very best. That's why TEC makes this course very important part at 300 level, so that they will be financially independent when it is time.
So, what additional courses or related skills can complement this one?
Additional skill. One, paying attention to details. Number two, seeking knowledge. Seeking knowledge, is it a skill? Should we regard it as a skill? The most important part is the ability to continue to seek knowledge. That's one. Should be a skill. If it's not a skill, the student should regard it as a skill. The ability to continue to seek knowledge, that is one. And also paying attention to details.
How long does it take to reach mastery or expert level competence?
We learn every day, just like I've said. As a professional, I'm still learning. So learning never stops. Learning continues.
Okay, thank you very much, ma, for this.
You're welcome.